Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Echo Pod. I'm Lily, and I'm super excited to be here with you all today.
And I'm Kevin. It's great to be back, Lily. We've explored so many fascinating aspects of our daily lives, from our leisure activities like music and TV shows, to the special people and objects that mean the most to us. Today, we're going to talk about a quieter, often more personal pursuit that many of us enjoy, reading.
That's right, Kevin. Today, we're asking the question, reading habits. Are you a bookworm? This is a fantastic topic for English learners because it allows you to discuss types of books, reading formats, your personal routines, and the profound impact books can have on your life. Plus, you might get some great ideas for your next read.
Absolutely. Whether you prefer physical books, ebooks, or audiobooks, reading is an incredibly powerful tool for language acquisition and expanding your knowledge. And before we turn the page to our personal reading journeys, we have a quick request for all of you wonderful listeners out there.
Yes, please. If you enjoy our podcast and find it helpful for your English learning, please take a moment to subscribe to English Echo Pod. It helps us a lot. And don't forget to share this episode with your friends who are also learning English. Sharing helps us reach more people and grow our community.
And of course, give us a big like. It really helps us know that you're enjoying what we do. So, subscribe, share, and like. Thank you so much.
All right, Kevin, let's start with you today. Are you a bookworm? Do you read a lot? And if so, what kind of books usually catch your eye?
I would absolutely say I am a bookworm, Lily. I've loved reading since I was a child. It's one of my most cherished habits. I try to read every day, even if it's just for 15 or 20 minutes. My preference leans heavily towards nonfiction, particularly books on history, philosophy, science, and current affairs. I love learning about the world and understanding complex ideas. I also enjoy literary fiction that explores deep psychological themes or offers unique perspectives on society.
That sounds very much in line with your thoughtful nature, Kevin. You're always seeking knowledge and deeper understanding. What are some of your favorite nonfiction topics, and why do they appeal to you?
Within nonfiction, I'm particularly drawn to big history. Books like *Sapiens*, which we discussed, that try to tell a grand narrative of humanity. I find it fascinating to see how different fields of knowledge interconnect. I'm also really interested in biographies, especially of innovators or thinkers who changed the world. Learning about their struggles, breakthroughs, and the context they lived in gives me a lot of perspective. For example, I recently finished a biography of Albert Einstein, and it was incredible to see how his personal life intertwined with his scientific theories. These books appeal to me because they offer profound insights into the human condition and the trajectory of civilization. They're like having a conversation with brilliant minds.
That's a great way to put it. Having conversations with brilliant minds. Do you find yourself reading mostly physical books, ebooks, or audiobooks? What's your preferred format and why?
I am, without a doubt, a physical book enthusiast. There's something truly special about the tactile experience of holding a physical book, the feel of the paper, the smell of the pages, the weight in your hands. I love being able to highlight passages, make notes in the margins, and easily flip back and forth to different sections. My bookshelves are filled with books, and seeing them there, almost like a visual record of my learning, brings me a lot of joy. I do occasionally listen to audiobooks for long drives, but it's not the same immersive experience for me. Ebooks are convenient for travel, but I still prefer the traditional book.
That sounds incredibly peaceful and disciplined. What's one book you've read recently that you would highly recommend to our listeners, and why?
Oh, absolutely. My main reading ritual is every evening before bed. I usually dim the lights, put on some very quiet instrumental music, and read for at least 30 minutes, sometimes an hour if the book is really captivating. It's my way of unwinding and disconnecting from screens and the day's stress. I also love to read in a comfortable armchair in my living room on a quiet Sunday morning, with a cup of coffee. That's pure bliss. I find that reading in a quiet, dedicated space allows me to really immerse myself in the material without distractions. It's a sacred time for me.
That sounds incredibly useful, especially for learners. Thanks for sharing your reading habits and recommendations, Kevin. Now, it's my turn. Are you ready to hear about my reading journey?
A book I recently finished and would highly recommend is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a non-fiction book about how tiny changes can lead to remarkable results in building good habits and breaking bad ones. What I loved about it is its practicality and clarity. Clear breaks down complex behavioral science into easy-to-understand principles and provides actionable strategies. It's not just theory, it's a guide you can actually use. It really changed the way I think about goal setting and personal growth. It's a truly transformative read for anyone looking to improve their daily life.
I would say I am a modern bookworm, Kevin. My reading habits might look a bit different from yours, but I definitely consume a lot of content. I'm more of an opportunistic reader, fitting reading into various moments of my day. My taste is quite eclectic, spanning contemporary fiction, thrillers, memoirs, and popular science books. I love stories that are engaging and fast-paced, and I also enjoy learning new things in a digestible format. I'm less about deep academic texts and more about compelling narratives.
I am so ready, Lily. Knowing your energetic nature, I'm curious if your reading habits are as fast-paced as your other activities, or if you also find quiet solace in books. So, are you a bookworm, and what kind of books do you gravitate towards?
Within fiction, I absolutely love thrillers and mysteries. I get completely hooked by a good plot with unexpected twists and turns. I love trying to figure out who did it, or what's going to happen next. Authors like Gillian Flynn or Tana French are masters of suspense. I also enjoy contemporary fiction that deals with real-life issues or interesting character dynamics. Lately, I've also been getting into memoirs, especially those written by inspiring women or people who have had extraordinary life experiences. They offer such unique perspectives and often make me feel connected to the human spirit. These genres appeal to me because they either offer a great escape or provide a window into different lives and ways of thinking. For instance, I recently read a memoir by a female adventurer who climbed Everest, and her resilience and determination were just awe-inspiring. It wasn't just about the physical challenge, but also her mental fortitude and how she overcame self-doubt. Memoirs are fantastic because they often combine the storytelling elements of fiction with the real-life lessons of nonfiction. They show you what people are capable of, which is incredibly motivating.
Opportunistic reader. I like that description. So, you fit reading into your life where you can. What are some of your favorite genres within fiction, and what draws you to them?
That means I rely heavily on ebooks and audiobooks. For me, convenience is key. My e-reader is always with me, so I can pull it out and read a few pages whenever I have a spare moment, waiting in line on my bus commute or during a quick coffee break. It's also fantastic for travel because I can carry hundreds of books without any extra weight. Audiobooks are my absolute lifesaver when I'm active. I listen to them while I'm hiking, doing chores, cooking, or even getting ready in the morning. It allows me to read while doing other things. So, while I appreciate physical books, digital formats are simply more practical for my lifestyle. They allow me to consume so much more content.
That's a great point about memoirs bridging the gap between fiction and nonfiction. You mentioned being an opportunistic reader. What does that mean for your preferred reading format, and how does it fit into your busy life?
My main ritual for ebooks is usually before bed, like you, but for a shorter period, maybe 15 to 20 minutes, just to unwind. But my true ritual is with audiobooks during my daily walks or hikes. That's when I really get immersed. It's a fantastic combination, getting exercise and diving into a great story or learning something new. I also always have an ebook ready on my phone for any unexpected waiting times, like at the doctor's office or waiting for a friend. So my reading spaces are often dynamic and on the go. It's less about a specific chair and more about seizing moments.
That sounds incredibly efficient. What's one book you've read recently that you would strongly recommend to our listeners, and why?
A book I recently devoured and would highly recommend is The Guest List by Lucy Fauclay. It's a fantastic mystery/thriller set at a remote island wedding where someone ends up dead. What I loved about it is how she weaves together the different perspectives of the wedding guests, slowly revealing secrets and building incredible suspense. It's a real page-turner. The atmosphere is super atmospheric and eerie, and the ending is completely unexpected. It kept me guessing until the very last page. It's perfect for anyone who loves a good whodunit. What I particularly love about thrillers is their ability to fully absorb you. You just can't put them down. They're designed to keep you guessing, to make you suspect every character, and to deliver that satisfying twist at the end. The Guest List did all of that perfectly. The way she introduces each character with their own secrets, slowly unraveling their pasts and their motivations, is incredibly clever. It's the kind of book that you immediately want to discuss with someone else after you finish it, to compare theories and reactions to the ending.
It's really fascinating, Lily, how our reading habits reflect our personalities and lifestyles. I'm definitely the traditionalist, preferring the physical book, seeking deep intellectual dives, and cherishing quiet, dedicated reading time.
And I'm the modern, versatile reader, embracing ebooks and audiobooks to fit reading into my active, on-the-go life, and enjoying a wider variety of genres for both entertainment and accessible learning. So, I'm about breadth and convenience, and you're about depth and tradition.
Exactly. My reading often feels like a focused study session, a deliberate act of sitting down and engaging with a text intellectually. I highlight, I make notes, I ponder. Your reading seems to be more about seamless integration into your day, making every moment productive or enjoyable, whether it's for escapism or learning.
That's spot on. I love being able to pick up a book anywhere, anytime, and immerse myself. My goal is often to be carried away by a story or to absorb information efficiently. Your goal seems to be more about thoughtful absorption and critical analysis.
Both approaches are valid and valuable, though. My preference for nonfiction helps me build a stronger foundation of knowledge and critical thinking. Your diverse reading, especially memoirs and popular science, provides a broad perspective and keeps you updated on various fields, while thrillers offer pure entertainment.
And both formats offer unique benefits for English learners. Your physical books are great for visual learners, for seeing the words on the page, and for note-taking. My ebooks often have built-in dictionaries, which are incredibly helpful for looking up new words instantly. And audiobooks are amazing for listening comprehension, pronunciation, and getting used to natural speech patterns.
That's a crucial point. Learners can choose the format that best suits their learning style and daily routine. The most important thing is to just read consistently, regardless of the format or genre. Exposure to the language is key.
Absolutely. Even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a day, consistency builds habits. And finding genres you genuinely enjoy makes reading less of a chore and more of a pleasure. When you're excited about the story or the topic, the learning happens almost effortlessly. It's about finding your reading flow.
Well, it's been wonderful discussing our reading habits and exploring the vast world of books today, Lily.
It certainly has. And that's it for today's episode of English Echo Pod. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our reading journeys and that it inspires you to pick up your next great read.
And don't forget, if you like this episode, please subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, it helps us a lot, and share this podcast with your friends who are also learning English.
And we'd love to hear about your reading habits. Please leave a comment below and tell us. Are you a bookworm? What's your preferred reading format and genre? And what book are you reading right now? We can't wait to hear your stories and recommendations.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back with another episode soon. Bye for now.
See you next time.